Good evening, traders. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm just going to shoot this quick video and just go over update on potential buy on USD, Swiss franc. So let's begin. All right. We're currently in a buy position for USD, Swiss franc, right? So let's take a look quickly. Here we are. Like I said, if you watch my fib video or any fib video, it's pretty simple, very useful at the end of the day. So again, the reason why I got in for a buy, as you can see, got just 2 small buy orders in here, right? When you look left, look at previous market structure, right? This has a previous history of making this pullback right here, right? So went into a deeper downtrend, right? Got an M formation, could possibly come down here. I don't really see that happening. Because if you look at previous structure here, right? Same thing. When price took off right before the big uptrend, right? We had that kind of like that pullback. So you see all this consolidation. This was it's expected. So what I'm going to do here is going to line up the fib. So an extension from this leg to this leg, right? Get the downtrend right here. And then boom. Notice how it lines up right at the 23.6 fib. So let's move down to a smaller time frame. 4 hour daily. And again, as you can see, when utilizing fibs, you see how price just bounces off all these levels. So it's a really good tool to utilize. So as you can see, price is being rejected at the 23.6 fib here. All right. Now, it's expecting price to at least make a nice corrective move. So our trend line, daily trend line right there. On the 4 hour, expect price to at least retrace back up to not the 61, at least the 50, right? So even before price goes down further into a downtrend, we'll be able to at least get out of this trade in profit, and you know, hopefully we'll catch a good 100, not more than 150, 200 pip move. And then if we get the breakout, then we'll catch a bigger move to the upside. As you can see, my take profit is all the way up here. All right, so we're still in the trade, still swinging. As you can see, my stop loss is down here around 0.95, around here about 560, right there. Cover these wicks, give it enough wiggle room. Risking from my original position there to where there, about 90 pips. But again, my reward is over 300. So the risk to reward is great. So as long as your reward is always bigger than your risk, you're fine. And then as you can see, I got 2 small lot size, nothing crazy in there. So I'm perfectly fine. I'm okay. So for all of you guys who are following your industry, wondering, it's been consolidating a lot. Definitely been consolidating. I thought it would probably take off. So probably by next week, maybe tomorrow, we'll get a bullish run and see price move up to the upside. All right. And then what I'm going to also share with you guys is a little insight onto what to expect next week. So we got a lot of JPY news coming up next week. I know a lot of you guys are ecstatic about that. Let's take a look at the Great Britain pound pairs. The JPY pairs. Application. And there we go. So starting with GJ. So GJ actually went on that uptrend that I was anticipating. Now, for those who are paying attention, I stated that we would look for price around this range, around 151. I said not to sell. We go back over the candlesticks. I'm on wrinkles right now. Let's go back to the daily. I said not to sell until you see this type of price action on the 4 hour. 4-hour, daily, whatever time frame that you trade on. You needed to see a strong bearish downtrend. We didn't get that. We got a further move to the upside. All right, so it broke this resistance. So let's take a look at the higher time frame. I'm going to switch over to Renkos. And for those wondering, yes, I'm going to cut a video on this later on soon on how to trade better with Renkos. So as you can see, the next strong level possibly price can go to is 156. We're about 200 pips away. We're at 154, 241 range, right? So price has already broke through the resistance. There's a good possibility we can see price head all the way to 156 before we get the big down move like this. I don't see price going all the way up here to 158, 160, but it is a possibility. It would have to first break through this next major resistance on the daily. So as of right now, price is at 154. We're going to see what happens on Monday. Are we going to get the reversal straight down, or is price going to shoot up to the 156 range? So we're going to pay attention to mostly the 4-hour, 1-hour time frame, and we need an impulsive move like this. So switch back over. We need a strong bearish impulsive move like this. Like this. I had somebody message me about Great Britain USD, and as you saw, somebody saw this and thought the downtrend was going to happen. I said no. Again, for a trend to truly happen, you need a strong impulsive move, and then you need a correction move, and then you'll wait for a downtrend. So even though this was a nice starter right here, what happened was price retraced all the way back up, right? So again, price could continue going up, going up, going up. But when we look at the overall outlook of this pair, we can see price keep climbing. It's going to keep climbing until we finally get that downward move, right? We got this right here. Keep climbing, keep climbing. And at any time, given time, we can see price come all the way back down here, even if price wants to take off, right? And where we're heading to is the strong supply zone right here, right? So possibility of price coming back to Brexit territory, yes. I think we'll get the downward move before then, because price does have to retrace. So eventually we will get this pullback here to at least a 135 for a good 300 pip before we see a move into this zone, or we get either a breakout flag and then continuation down. All right, so you have those possibilities. All right, let's take a look at Euro JPY. That's another one that's been on the list you've been asking me about. So again, price is pretty much heading up into this zone range, right? Last week it did drop, but then right before the weekend it had the big retracement up. So again, the higher time frame, here we go. At the daily, boom. So just like DJ, there's a good possibility price will enter this zone area before it actually drops. This zone, so between 137 to 140. All right, there's a strong possibility we can see price in here before we get that impulsive move down. All right, so that's what's to look forward to. I really just wanted to cut this video and give you an update on what's going on with USD Swiss franc. So for those who are wondering and just sitting in here, and again, trading is all about patience, right? Sometimes you'll be sitting in a trade for days, weeks, but that's trading, right? Every day is not going to be an uptrend. Every day is not going to be a downtrend. Every day is not going to be, you know, thousands and thousands of pips. Sometimes you're going to have to sit in a trade for a day or two, a week, so on and so forth. Again, if this pans out the way that I want to and comes all the way back up here, this is a long-term trade right here. When I say long-term, I'm not talking about a couple hours. I'm talking about, let's get my measuring stick, from, let's say, here all the way up here. We're talking about over 50 days, right? See it right there, over 55 days. So we're talking about 2 months, right? But again, you're chasing after hundreds and hundreds of pips. So that's what it takes. It's patience, guys. All right. You got to treat it. If you've ever traded stocks before or any type of other investment instruments, you're in there for months at a time, right? So you got to be patient. You got to understand that the market is gonna move when it's ready to move. You got to understand when you get in certain areas, like let's say at the top here, for example, right? Price didn't just drop. You see how much it consolidated on the daily time frame before it actually made the move to the downside. So you gotta consider that you're gonna be sitting in certain areas for days. So again, a lot of consolidation here before this took off. Before this actually took off, lots of consolidation. So we might be sitting around this range for a while, right? Same thing here. Look at all this consolidation before price finally took off. All right. So I'm still expecting to move to the upside. Still be patient. Still there. We'll be back on it Sunday night. All right, guys. Stay focused. Study. Perfect your craft. Always use proper risks. Never rush into trades. And I promise you, take small risks, high reward setups, and you'll always be fine. All right, guys. So stay active. Stay focused. Keep perfecting your craft. Everybody have a good evening. I'll see you next week.